This week on GamePron News, it's all about the drama. Techland accidentally published an incorrect version of vacation-themed zombie-fest Dead Island, and the repercussions extended beyond the ability to turn on no clip with the touch of a button. While this was raging, Slavery the game caused a controversy of its own. Max Payne has been given another release window as a new rating suggests that Diablo III is getting closer to our shelves as well. And while the PC version of From Dust gets a long-awaited patch, Minecraft fans are left hanging as the 1.8 update is delayed. Hi, I'm Jessica Citizen. Controversial zombie-slasher Dead Island has been in the news this week for all the wrong reasons. Firstly, developer Techland accidentally published the wrong version of the game on the Steam digital distribution service, meaning that early adopters in North America were treated to a copy of the game that included the ability to fly through walls and turn off graphical clipping at the touch of a button. Once the team figured out what was wrong, apologies started flying, with Techland quickly cobbling together a monster of a Day 1 patch. The Mammoth update contains nearly 40 individual changes covering multiplayer and matchmaking, AI, balancing, and the rules of looting, as well as a bunch of bugs that affected the game's sounds, quests, and animations. While gamers who picked up the game after launch day are happy with the improvements, but early birds who snagged the game the moment it became available are out of luck. Any save games created in the incorrect version are incompatible with the new release. Sorry. You'd think the drama surrounding the game was bad enough at that point, but there's more where that came from. It seems that the incorrect version of Dead Island, which allegedly included assets from the Xbox 360 version of the game as well, also contained a few other things it shouldn't have. A nosy gamer had a poke around in the data files before making a disturbing discovery. In the finished game, the proper finished game, a female character, Perna, has a skill named Gender Wars, which gives the character a 15% damage increase against all male characters. In the earlier, incorrect version, that skill also exists, but it is referred to as Feminist Whore. Gamers, both female and male, from across the world were horrified as Techland quickly went into damage control, apologising for the unfortunate line of code, which they claim should never have been in the game even in the development stages. Some would say that the sheer existence of a gender-based skill is offensive enough, but the new controversy raised by its working title has highlighted, yet again, the sexism that is so prevalent in video games. But believe it or not, that wasn't necessarily the most potentially offensive bit of gaming news this week. That award goes to Slavery the game, which burst onto our radars over the weekend.
Back to the 17th century, when Europe ruled the world, and make a tremendous fortune. Buy slaves, discipline them, exploit them, become the most powerful slave trader. Slavery, the game. Coming soon.
Early versions of the trailer linked Sega developer The Creative Assembly to the project, horrifying the studio and prompting a very quick denial. Later versions had no such branding. At the time, we'd hoped that it was all a tremendous hoax, while rumours buzzed that it was a real game, a horrifyingly racist creation, or even a neo-Nazi project. The adults-only ESRB rating hinted at its hoax status, the fact that nobody could find anything about developer Javelin Reds, and a privately registered website all added fuel to the fire. But as many signs as there were that it was all fake were met by a sense that perhaps someone really had taken the joke that far. Within just a few days, though, everything was revealed as Dutch broadcaster NTR rather sheepishly admitted that it was all a promotion for an upcoming documentary series, De Slavernij, which, surprise surprise, focuses on the history of the slave trade as it affected the Netherlands. The trailer itself clocked up more than 400,000 views, with NTR hoping that even a percentage of that tune in for the first episode on September 18th. Onto a completely different topic now. There is a little deja vu in the air this week as Rockstar Games announces a brand new release window for Max Payne 3. We have already been down this road once before, with the game originally promised to us way back in winter 2009, but this time it all feels a little bit more real. We've seen a bunch of screens for the game, we've been treated to a little bit of hype, and the timing just feels right. Max Payne 3 is the first game in the series not to be developed by series creator Remedy Entertainment, and it's also the first to introduce multiplayer game modes. A number of studios from across the globe are working on this one, which features the latest in natural motion physics, a shiny new iteration of the Rockstar Advanced Game Engine, and a very cranky protagonist. Max, a former New York City cop, has headed to Sao Paulo in Brazil, who's hoping to escape his traumatic past. He's found a job doing private security, and all is well until a local gang starts to target his client's family. We're promised a dark and gritty action experience, and we're promised it soon, with just 6 months until the predicted release date. We're guessing you'll be seeing a lot more of Max Payne. Also edging closer to release is Diablo III. Blizzard has remained traditionally tight-lipped on the Clickfest, but a quick peek into the Australian Classification Board database reveals that the dungeon crawler has just been granted an MA 15+ rating. This is, of course, no guarantee of anything happening anytime soon. Blizzard have historically submitted games several months prior to release, but it's a good sign that something is happening at least. The publisher does not comment on rumours or speculation, but a release date of late 2011 and early 2012 is looking fairly concrete at this stage. Due out earlier than that, Battlefield 3 in a release window packed with great titles and more than one decent FPS. EA this week has confirmed that, still more than a month away from release, the game has already racked up more than 1.25 million pre-orders, putting it well ahead of predecessor Battlefield Bad Company 2. And things are only going to get better for BF3, with EA promising a marketing blitz in the lead up to launch. The game will be released just over 2 weeks before close rival Modern Warfare 3, and Electronic Arts CFO Eric Brown says that the company intends to use it. Expect big things. Meanwhile, Ubisoft can breathe a sigh of relief as we, hopefully, close the chapter on the kerfuffle that was the PC version of From Dust. Remember, at the outset, we were promised a game with a once-off online registration process. By the time it hit the virtual shelves, From Dust required an internet connection at all times, causing gamers to quit in disgust, demanding refunds, and generally making a stink. Now, as promised last month, the game has been patched, and after a one-off registration visit, you're good to go, online or off. If you're not a PC gamer and don't want From Dust on the Xbox 360, don't stress that the PS3 version will be released starting September 14th. And finally, while gamers around the world had hoped to be playing the Adventure update for Minecraft this weekend, Mojang's Jeb has revealed that it won't be ready in time. Don't get too upset though, the delay is because the team at Mojang will be doing more testing on the update, which already looks pretty darn awesome. Stay tuned, the 1.8 Adventure update for Minecraft can't be too far away, and when it gets here, expect new crafting recipes, new combat mechanics, new abilities, and, of course, those terrifying new mobs. Till next week, I'm Jessica Citizen, and this is GamePron News.